Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you a really good technique for painting reflections in water. So for those of you that are maybe more of a beginner or intermediate artist that kind of is a bit worried about painting reflections kind of in a realistic way, what I'll show you here is a really good technique for making those reflections look like water and look real. So what I'll do is I'll show you a bit of me sort of applying the paint here. Probably I'll time lapse this bit here, and then we'll get to the bit where I explain exactly how I make those reflections look real. So please do watch to the end, and then you'll see how I do that. You can see here what I've done is I've got the clouds formations down pretty much with the mixtures of colours that I've talked about in previous videos. So we've got the greys that are made up of French ultramarine, burnt umber, cobalt violet and a bit of alizarin crimson with the titanium white. I've varied those colours quite a bit just to keep that kind of variance and depth, so your paintings don't look flat. Again, something I've mentioned before is to keep that variety in there, just to stop those paintings looking flat. But I'm using a dry brush here, so a large size 11 weasel hair brush in a filbert design, and the technique here is to drag your paint, so put all your paint on and then start dragging it down and across. So you want those two motions, so drag the paint firstly down the paper and then you want to brush it smooth horizontally, and that is just the best tip and technique I can really pass on to you guys on how to paint reflections really kind of believably and realistically. So I don't really paint any detail as such to begin with. I just get the paint in a rough reflection of what's above the horizon line. And so just make sure when you're doing reflections you're looking at the painting above the waterline and just mimicking the shapes and positions of everything. So make sure your colours are fairly similar, but what you find with reflections is so if you've got something that's quite light above the waterline, it will be a bit darker in the reflection, and conversely if something's dark above the waterline it will be a bit lighter in the reflection. So it's something always to bear in mind. But then we get the colours in position, so just make sure everything marries up and really is in line, because that's one of the most crucial things with reflections. You really must have that symmetry above and below the waterline. So just do that, and then make sure you've got a large kind of blending brush. So it wants to be a very soft haired brush, and then you want to do that two-stage technique. So you basically dry brush across horizontally and vertically. It doesn't necessarily matter which way around you do it, but I think the best way would be to come down vertically and then go horizontal as your final way. A lot of the times I'll do it multiple times, but finish off with your horizontal brush strokes, because that's how it will make it look more realistic. If you've made it this far into the video, thanks for being here and thanks for watching. Hopefully you've learned a few tricks and techniques for painting realistic reflections in today's lesson. But next lesson we'll be looking at the tree line in the middle of the painting there. We'll be showing you also how to do the reflections of those trees as well. So please do join me then, and hopefully see you soon.